Well, for some people, thrifting is a hobby that happens maybe in your free time. But one Manitoban says it is her mission to visit every thrift store in Manitoba this year. Tedi Gilmartin grew up in Stonewall, but has always been here in and around Winnipeg and recently started a series on TikTok about why she wants to visit all the thrift stores in the province. So we wanted to find out. And she's in studio with us. Hi there.
Hello.
I love this idea. How'd you come up with it?
I'm very smart. I have no
brilliant,
idea.
so, you know.
It's just an easy answer. I actually just, I've been traveling in a van all over Canada and a lot of places in the States, and I've been so lucky to go to so many thrift stores and grab so many awesome pieces. We're done doing that now. I am home, and, I could be a little bummed about being home in winter in Winnipeg, but instead of being bummed about it, it's beautiful weather, so how can I complain? I want to celebrate the province that I'm home in and go see all the different places I've never seen and be able to get all these little treasures along the way.
I love that idea. Have you done a lot of thrifting in Manitoba before?
Oh, yes.
Where have you? Are you actually going to travel outside of Winnipeg then and try to hit a whole bunch of places and maybe some towns you haven't been to?
Yeah, so I have a map. At this point, I'm a little concerned about it growing because I had about 90 on my list, and now that I've been posting, people are like, "There's one in this town," and I look on Google Maps and I don't see it, and I'm like, "Okay, I guess I gotta be careful and cap it," So at this point, I'm running probably at 95 thrift stores, and I've gone to about 20 for TikTok so far.
95.
Yeah.
And when you get there, can you explain to the radio audience what your TikTok is like? Do you do your best find, or what do you share with the people on TikTok?
Yeah, it's actually it's like a practice on trusting myself a little bit too, which I know I'm learning to do that this year, and that's maybe one of my New Year's resolutions is to trust what I like and to trust my own eye. And I just film things that pop up to me. I just take my phone out, I scan the things that I like, and then later I'll put it together in a video and do a voiceover and try to make people laugh and just, be myself.
What do you love about thrifting?
Oh my goodness. I love thrifting. There's something about the find, like going in and having to sift through things and be like, oh, there is the thing I'm looking for. I'm not the biggest sustainable girly. I can't, claim that. But, I do have the tinge of existential dread when it comes to consumerism and just how disposable our lifestyle is so much. So being able to find new life in old things is really something I love.
Also to describe to the radio listeners this morning, most of what you're wearing, you share with us this morning, is thrifted. So you've got an awesome coat on, turtleneck, little chain around your neck, really lovely jewelry.
Thank you.
So is it true most of this stuff, is...
Yeah, I think the only things that I'm not wearing. So my belt was made. My belt was made by a friend, and my jacket was thrifted and was given to me by a friend, and then everything else, except for my shoes and my underwear, which you can thrift those things too, just not today.
When you're doing this, what's your goal? I mean, you said 95 places, and there might be more in Manitoba, but you've got 95 places outlined. Yeah. How many will you do a week, and what's your plan?
That is a great question, Marcy. My plan.
I need to go, Marcy, because I need to get in the van now.
My plan is yet to come. I have to kind of get myself together and make a bit of a plan. So far, I'm just kind of rolling with it. If I've got time in the day, I'll go. I'm luckily self-employed at this moment, so I do have the opportunity to kind of dip out and go somewhere and check it out. But yes, I do need to make a plan. I do need to decide when I'm going to go and, get a hotel and go up to Thompson and, do that whole road trip. Preferably, I'm going to get it done in the next year, which sounds like a long time, and maybe it is.
Not with 95 stores.
It's a long time.
Sounds ambitious to me.
Thank you. Maybe that's just my New Year's resolution is to be ambitious. The exact opposite of Corey is to say yes to everything and do it all. Maybe that's unhealthy. We'll see.
What's your most interesting find so far? I mean, I know that's a difficult question, so maybe a few of them or something.
Yeah. Well, I didn't find it in Manitoba, but I have this gorgeous black dress. It's a vintage designer, Canadian designer, and it is cheetah print, and it's got giant shoulder pads and this beautiful velvet peplum, and I have absolutely nowhere to wear it to. But it fits me like a glove. And I don't have a very like curvy body type. And the fact that it fits me perfectly, I'm like, this is made for me. I might never wear it, but I'll own it.
You
It'll
know,
be mine.
I love that you named something fancy, because I think a lot of people might not think about that. But for myself, I MC a lot of dinners and things around town, just part of my work and part of my outreach and community. And I have made a habit of always thrifting whatever I was going to wear to those events.
I love it.
Because I thought they can often be very expensive, very fancy.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes you need it. But people often wear those things once or twice.
Oh,
and they're
absolutely.
done, right?
But talk about this dread of consumerism. It's like every time you have an event, are we going and spending X amount of dollars, buying something that is a material that very clearly is thin, or
it's often it's better quality and more unique if you can actually go out and you're thrifting something.
Definitely.
Are you going by yourself to do all these TikToks and such, or will you take friends along? Do you try to meet people in the stores? Like, what's the social aspect of it?
I'm having cameos, absolutely. And especially when I go on these trips, I don't want to go alone. Not because I don't think I can. I'm a strong, independent woman. It's just I like people, and I would love to bring them along. So yeah, I'm going to, bring friends and family along with me. And usually within the city, I'll probably do it on my own, just because it'll probably pop into my brain.
We've been talking a lot about clothing, but you actually, I understand some of your favorite things to thrift are actually almost more like housewares and such, right?
Yeah, I love housewares. And there's so many great like furniture thrifts in the city as well, and outside of the city. I love housewares. I love kitchen items, salt and pepper shakers and plates and dining ware.
What if someone's never thrifted and they want to follow you and they might be inspired to go it on their own? What are some thoughts about when you get into the store about how to find the gems?
That's interesting, because it can be overwhelming, and there are just some people that would much rather not deal with the amount of stuff that you have to go through. I would say typically there's certain thrift stores that I would avoid because they are usually packed with items, and there's other ones that are a little smaller and more sparse. So maybe smaller Goodwills. The super thrifts are really cool, but they are absolutely packed full of stuff, and if you don't want a rifle, that's not going to work for you. And just, again, trusting your eye. If something pops up and you like it and you go, I don't know how I'm going to style this, it's so much easier when you take the item out of the store and bring it into your space and see what it looks like there. It looks a little bit overwhelming when you're holding this item among all these other things and you don't know if it's going to work. If you can find it at a cheap enough price, I think buying it and then styling it at home where the clutter has kind of fallen away will help.
It'll help you really appreciate it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. What about the TikTok aspect of this? This is kind of your first foray into doing this sustainably. Why did you want to do that?
I am very notoriously millennial, I feel like, and I have been afraid to go and put myself on TikTok, to be honest. I just felt a little like too cringy or too lame or too, I don't know. And so I just wanted to do something for myself. And
so this is personal growth too.
Oh, yeah. January 2nd, new year, new me.
Thanks for coming in, Tedi. We'll have to check with you maybe halfway through the year and see how many of these stores you get to. I had no idea there were so many in Manitoba.
Neither did I.
Yeah.
I was like, I'll do this. And I looked at the map and I went, oh.
Can't wait to see what you find. Where can people find you on TikTok?
So my handle is Tedi Jean. My name is spelled Tedi, and my middle name Jean, and that's it. Tedi Jean.
Good luck on your travels. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
That's Tedi Gilmartin, a Manitoba thrifter. You can keep up with her journey to visit thrift shops all over the province, starting with 95 of them on her TikTok page, as just mentioned, Tedi Jean.
Thank you for watching the CBC Manitoba YouTube channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe. For the latest breaking news and top stories, download the CBC News app.